Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some very big and kind of cool PlayStation 5 game leaks that are floating around as well. We also have some very intriguing PlayStation 5 hardware and PlayStation 5 pretty much computer equivalents going on all throughout today. So we've had a lot of little things floating around throughout the entire gaming industry. So I want to go sit back, relax, and talk about it as you guys can maybe go and wind down for the rest of the night and go and chill and vibe. So we have some fun stuff to go and talk about. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, especially for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, a digital console controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well. A link down below if you guys would like to follow up on either or. As well, sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, and you guys go get free stock and free money. Go ahead and basically you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Like the video and comment down below your thoughts, because we actually have some pretty intriguing and kind of somewhat weird stuff to go and talk about. So let's go and start into it. So number one, we actually have some pretty big PS5 game leaks too as well floating around. So let's go talk about that first of all, because as you guys know, I'm a big racing game fan myself, and usually the Gran Turismo series does go and push all the internals and basically the graphics for all these next-gen consoles pretty well. So I'm going to be very excited to go see this. But apparently Gran Turismo now, is this kind of like the breaking news of the day, has basically had the beta test is seemingly now being leaked, and as of right now, it's coming out very soon, and all the download codes right now aren't working, but we're seeing a lot of interesting stuff floating around. So with this, the Gran Turismo 7 will seemingly be getting a public PS5 beta after an official PlayStation website appeared to leak the registration page. Supported by GT Planet and the Sony's Experience PlayStation website, currently allows you to sign up for a beta, but only provides you with a placeholder download code. To try it for yourself, you guys just have to go to the Experience PlayStation link above, click Begin Quest, then head through Related Campaigns, Italia Quest, and Gran Turismo Quest. You'll need then to watch a 10 seconds of a Gran Turismo trailer, but then after which you'll be offered a beta code, which sadly doesn't go and work because it's all a placeholder as of now. But this also kind of goes towards those really big leaks, and supporting those leaks that there's going to be another really big PlayStation event happening in the next upcoming month or so, because a lot of games have been prepping up for it, official announcements have been prepping up for it, and even now, if you guys go to the PlayStation Experience, as we just mentioned, you're now able to go and actually have sign-up codes. So it kind of seems like we may go and see some Gran Turismo 7 betas officially being announced, maybe at this upcoming event, which is very big and very cool, both on the leak for Gran Turismo 7, because a lot of people are looking forward to that, but also on the leak for the Sony event coming out soon TM. While the beta codes and the beta itself don't appear to be live as of yet, it seems likely that Sony is gearing up for a beta test, which is basically actually has done before from Gran Turismo Sport, and the beta codes are being listed for PS5 only. Many will be hoping that the beta comes sooner rather than later, and not least because Gran Turismo 7 was delayed until 2022 because of the COVID restrictions. So very fun and really cool leaks that's been kind of floating around a lot for the PlayStation 5, and like I said, I can't wait for this next upcoming PlayStation event. And as well, for a little bit of secondary stuff too, which I thought was kind of a nifty stuff, kind of like a double whammy video, we actually have a very intriguing news that's been floating around throughout these past few days or so, which is on the Kotaku. More so from Kotaku, but also from other various newspapers and stuff like that, which actually has been confirming that PCs are now maybe using the AMD 4700 desktop kit, which does basically include the PlayStation 5 CPU, which is very intriguing to go and see. So this has been making its way around the town, where this is the AMD 4700 desktop kit, and it's a small piece of hardware that combines a CPU, cooler, and memory onto just one singular tiny motherboard. And basically it's a mostly self-contained computer system that will be appearing in more than 80 different machines from AMD system integration partners. It's also strikingly similar to the hardware inside a PlayStation 5 console. In fact, it might be exactly that. So now we're actually seeing a lot of cool things from AMD that are essentially putting the same exact PlayStation hardware into probably brand new computer systems. Now, this probably doesn't mean you could actually go use the PlayStation 5 on like all this stuff. I mean, unless there's a crazy announcement we go and miss, but it's very intriguing to see that AMD, which is the major big supplier for Sony, actually talk about this. When photos of the mysterious AMD 4700 desktop kit began surfacing in retail listings back in May of this year, many thought the small form factor systems might be a version of the AMD system on a chip SoC used inside the Xbox Series X console. But now that basically tech experts have gotten a closer look via the official AMD product listing, it seems more likely that it's a version of the SoC used for the PlayStation instead. It's an easy mistake to make. Both the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X utilize a custom 8-core AMD Zen 2 processor, coupled with custom AMD RDNA2 graphics and 16 gigabytes of onboard GDDR6 SD RAM. That's so hard to go and say, I feel like, just in like a strain of everything. The main difference is that while the Xbox Series X CPU can run as fast as 3.8 gigahertz, the PlayStation 5 version runs at a variable rate of up to 3.5. Upon closer inspection, the CPU included in the 4700 desktop kit more closely matches the one for the PlayStation 5. The similarities between the two processors can easily be comparing the shot of the 4000 processor from Korean hardware site Bod Nara to a photo on the PlayStation 5 CPU from iFix's console's teardown. So you guys can kind of see the comparisons on these photos right here, which is very, very intriguing on this. And as well now, before we start marching on AMD for keeping our PS5 components from us, which actually could maybe be a little bit of an issue, we can maybe see before we dive into this one, it does kind of seem like there is a chance they may be taking internals from the PlayStation 5. So if they are using the same chip and same like motherboard, same like pretty much everything else, fans, etc., that could potentially worsen the PlayStation 5 production. But it's also very intriguing to go and see this. I mean, maybe it won't. Maybe there's like a certain other thing that we're trying our best to go and like, maybe more so Sony's having issues with the GPU or other internal things. But we actually have seen multiple sources that AMD has been having overall production issues. So I'm a little bit kind of curious on that, if it's going to be a good thing or a completely separate thing. Especially for starters, while the 4700 desktop kit, which AMD told Tom's Hardware will be appearing in more than 80 different PC models, does share some hardware with the PlayStation 5. It is not a PlayStation 5, but pretty much the same internals. But like I said, it actually may potentially go and have some issues. I'm not sure. The 4700 has no integrated graphics, which is why the board has no HDMI output, just a single slot for a modest graphics card. This isn't a case of robbing PS5s to play PC. But it does kind of seem weird because it will be the same internal textures and internal, maybe like even motherboards, microchips, etc. So we can kind of maybe go and see. But at the same time, too, even compared to like higher end PCs, the PlayStation 5 is a little more on the lower, lesser end in a comparison between the two. So it may not affect it that bad. It's much more likely this is an instance of binning, a common practice among computer hardware manufacturers. Hardware makers have certain standards of performance for the components they produce. Rather than throwing away expensive hardware that doesn't reach the standards of the manufacturer is aiming for, the company will earmark it for use in different, less powerful products. Maybe the company disables features completely, like onboard graphics, for instance, to sell what it might have been a console's guts as a small form factor, nearly self-contained PC. So it's very, very intriguing. Like I said, a few kind of notes for this. There is always that small possibility that they just have extra, and maybe these are just not what Sony wanted, or maybe they're just overly produced or something, which also might be a good sign for the overall production of PlayStation 5s. I would not be against it. I'm kind of cool with that. But as well, it is kind of weird that they're literally using the same internals and pretty much the same exact chipset and all of that when it comes to these random computers that we don't necessarily know what the end result's supposed to be for, but it pretty much is the same specs of a PlayStation 5 and very comparable to the Xbox Series X. So it just kind of seems kind of weird that we're seeing this and noting this, and I'm not sure if it's just like leftover stock, maybe even broken stock. It seems overall a little bit strange that AMD is doing this, but at least on the bright side, we have had multiple different cases throughout the past few months that AMD has been working the best to go make as much for the consoles themselves and make as many consoles as possible. And we've also had a lot of notices from the really big higher ups at PlayStation stating we're going to try our best to fix the supply issues, going to try our best to get some good news for you guys, try our best to get you guys as many consoles as we possibly can. But it's very intriguing news that this has been floating its way around throughout these past few days or so. Very, very interesting news day, I would say. Not like on the traditional normal, but I do want to say it's been very, very intriguing. So all around kind of cool news, more so on the major brand new PlayStation 5 game news, and I can't wait to see this brand new Sony experience. I have really high hopes and really high expectations, and I do hope they can announce some cool stuff like God of War or Horizon or other really big cool things for us to be focused on, and as well as always kind of intriguing to see some more of the scientific stuff when it comes to, well, AMD and weird PS5 production stuff. So if you guys want to leave any of your thoughts and comments down below throughout this video, I know it's kind of a little bit of a weird kind of combination of info on this one, but it was kind of fun. Leave your comments and thoughts down below. Would love to go and hear it. As well, let me know if you guys are excited for Gran Turismo 7, because I personally very much am. And as well, hopefully tomorrow we'll get back in the good old restock grind. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for the PS5 giveaways. Amazon link down below for the PS5 disc and digital console controller. Twitch and Twitter as well. Link down below. And of course, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. You guys go get free stack and free money. Go on base. You guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Love you guys all so much. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for some more brand new videos.